The Bible describes us, and Jesus described us often as sheep. And Philip Keller had a book about a shepherd looks at the 23rd Psalm, and he gave some descriptions of sheep. And some of the things that are true about sheep is they require more attention than any other farm animal, any other animal that herders or shepherds would deal with. They will ruin a pasture if you don't keep up with them, if you don't watch over them. They'll destroy the land, and so you have to keep them moving. They also are very nearsighted. They are stubborn. They have no defense. Have you ever thought about how a sheep defends himself? I mean, all he can do is baa. That's the only defense he's got. That's no defense. It just describes the situation that you're in, is baa. And then the one thing is they have no homing instinct. They get going lost. They don't know their way back. And maybe that's one of the most strong things that came to Christ's mind when he thought about people. That they have no homing instinct for God. They are helpless unless God reaches out and draws them to himself, that they are without strength. It also says that they are ungodly at the right time, that he died for the ungodly, that they are different from God. They are a different species from God. God is so beyond us in who he is compared to who we are. He in his holiness and we in our sin could not be farther removed from one another. And that Christ died for us in our ungodliness. Now, you may sit here today and you might not think that you're ungodly. You might think that the ungodly people are the people that the TV news talks about every night. It's the people that you see on Cops, or the people that are on America's Most Wanted. The people when you go to the post office are the ones whose pictures are on the wall. Those are ungodly people. And if you stretch it a little farther, well, maybe it's the people that while church is open, they're on the golf course or fishing or something like that. Those are the ungodly people. Part of getting saved is understanding that there's only one category. And there may be extreme examples within that category, but every one of us falls within the same definition of ungodliness. Outside of Christ and what Christ does to make us positionally right before God by his righteousness coming into our life, we all stand ungodly, very far removed from God. And that's God's definition of us. Again, we might look around and say, well, I'm better than that person, so I'm more godly. Every one of us falls short of any semblance of godliness, anything that's like God, apart from the righteousness of Christ being given to us.